Hello and welcome to the ExtremeZPodcast, the only Dokkan podcast making your favorite talk show format relevant again. I'm your host, Dokkan Assets, aka Epic Mewtwo.
And I'm your co-host, Kevon.
And I almost slipped up on the intro.
I noticed.
Yeah, I was quiet for like 2 seconds. I was like, wait, which one? Hold on. Let me flick through the file cabinet real quick. Let me make sure I got the right intro.
Who am I?
This is who I am.
Yeah.
Leave a like if you get that reference. Oh no, only one like on the video. Anyway,
Leave a dislike if you don't get the reference.
No. I mean, to be fair, I guess it boosted in the algorithm either way, so it's not like it matters.
Exactly.
Anyway, how are y'all doing tonight? We are having a very, very good night. First thing, let's acknowledge the elephant in the room. We're a little late. Like a lot late. Like a couple days late. So we apologize about that. We have been busy the last couple days. Obviously, all the new information for the new top LR banner has come out since the last couple days. Of course, I've been busy with that, data mining assets and whatnot. And Kevon's just been busy straight booling, bro.
Yeah, I'm booling.
Oh, I have a funny story to tell you about Boolin afterward. I need to tell you that after the stream or after the podcast. Anyway, though, regardless, today we are going to be discussing why Dokkan abandons or underuses new card mechanics. We wanted to give a little bit of discussion on this topic because neither of the new Android 17 LRs actually ended up getting any of the card mechanics besides the active skill that we've had introduced to the game. And we were kind of a little bit like, I wonder why. And not just that, talking about the topic overall. So definitely take an ear for the next section of the video. But for now, we are obviously going to go over the news from the last 2 weeks. We do have a tiny bit little more, and I guess it's nice that we waited a couple of days because then this way we can actually talk about the banners as well. So
True.
Let's go ahead and hop into it here. Yeah, big brain indeed. I don't know if we talked about it last week, but the only thing that we may have missed was that the special 6th Annie Battlefield came, and as well JP hit top grossing for the first time. When we get to the second one, we'll actually talk about something else that happened related, but there was another SNS campaign that occurred after that. The Battlefield itself went live. Oh, wow, look at that. We're at the next top grossing. So actually pretty crazy, I will admit. What happened this time around for Dokkan was that we hit top grossing like the normal 2 times, obviously, because, you know, I mean, big boy game kind of results in big boy top grossing rewards. We hit it twice.
That do be true.
Yeah, crazy enough, we actually did hit it 3 times. I believe it was on Apple. We technically hit it a 3rd time, and then on Android, it was like number 2 or something like that, which that has not happened in a very long time. I believe that at least they haven't recorded it in a really long time. The only time that we ever got rewards for that was during, I believe I made a tweet about it, I believe it was the 3rd anniversary, but there was no stones for that. It was just a bunch of different items for hitting it again. This time they didn't actually do anything for it, which I'm kind of not surprised about, to be honest, because it's like I don't really know what they would do, I guess. Like, I'm not, like, I guess they would maybe just give out items again, but regardless, though, we did hit it a 3rd time, which was really cool, and funny enough, I know not exactly, concrete that we have the rewards yet, but funny enough, for this top LR banner, we have already hit top grossing on Apple, which is pretty crazy, so, nice. Literally, like, that happened, like, I don't know, maybe like 4 hours after the banner dropped, which is absolutely insane to think about that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Very crazy. And keep in mind as well with top grossing, how it works is that Apple's top grossing, what would you call that? Charts, results, status, something like that.
I'm not sure.
The top grossing positioning, right, updates immediately, or maybe it's something like every hour. Regardless, it's a lot more frequent than Android, which actually only updates every 24 hours, I believe is the calculation there. So regardless, Android always updates a lot slower than Apple does, so it always makes sense that Apple is always the one that hits it first. Also, to be fair, there are a lot more applications on the Android Play Store, because obviously it's a lot more of a open market and a lot more easily codable. But now we're getting off tangent. Let's move on. Moving on up in the world, ladies and gentlemen, we did have a bug that was squashed, apparently related to categories. We can confirm the following problems. The details of the bug: strong intention to protect the future. The Miracle Awakening category has been added to Trunks Adolescence Future and Super Saiyan Trunks Future after transformation. We confirmed the above categories have been added to Super Saiyan Trunks Future and the active skill is activated. The bug is scheduled to be addressed by the end of Monday, so it was already fixed by now. So it seems that a bunch of these future Trunks just basically didn't have the proper categories, which was Miracle Awakening, and they gave it to our boy. Nice. Good stuff.
Nice.
Always cool when they fix it, yeah. This was also something very interesting. I don't actually know what this is because it was super confusing to me. And I will say, whenever I see a company do a campaign and I immediately say to myself, I don't understand what's going on, then that always tells me that the campaign was not good.
No, that is fair.
So I don't know, bro. This was Mosaic Art Campaign. Was what DBZ Space translates it to. That's not technically accurate though.
Oh, JP got that too.
Yeah, they did. Oh, maybe you can talk about it in English then. Let's just talk about it now since we're on the topic of it. Yeah, go for it.
It says here, Mosaic Arts Special Campaign. To celebrate the opening of Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour, the Mosaic Special Art Campaign is on. Take screenshots or photos of your memorable moments in Dragon Ball games and post them on Twitter or Instagram with the hashtag Dragon Ball Game Moments. Whether it's the latest game or an older game or a card game, any Dragon Ball content counts. Let me scroll. The posted images will be used to make a mosaic in-game. Wait, hold on. I can't read exclamation points apparently. The posted images will be used to make a mosaic. You know what that is, right?
Yeah, like a collection of images, basically.
Yeah. In-game items will be sent to players when 10,000 or more images have been submitted. Moreover, additional presents will be distributed if the mosaic art is completed within the event period. Cooperate with all players of Dragon Ball games and create a mosaic masterpiece together.
So, can you not... Oh, it is over. It ended the 10th for the submission. Wow, 10K posts.
Dang.
Crazy. Huh. Very interesting. It's so weird to me because like it just kind of it was very confusing to me because it was like choose it, but then they also have this thing of like reaching 10,000 submissions will grant players various rewards in Dragon Ball games. More rewards awaits player if the mosaic is completed during the event. And then like for fighters, it looks like they're wow. Hold on, the fighters reward is way better than any of these things. Hello?
Yeah.
For fighters, you get a lobby character, which is a glowing Fury Broly. That is awesome. Xenoverse 2, you get 50 Time Patrol medals, which I guess is pretty good. Dokkan, you get 10 story keys and 3 Hercule statues.
Better than what Legends gets.
Legends got 100 energy tank, bro. Wow.
Down bad.
What, bro? Fighters was really up good. That's crazy, bro. Anyway, but yeah, so that was basically it. And then we had some different comments from different like creators of different Dragon Ball games talking about their favorite Dragon Ball moments. I kind of wish I would have known about this because I would have submitted like a PNG of Waveku and see if that could have snuck in there. That would have been really fun.
That would have been funny, yeah.
Could you imagine if something that's like modded or hacked gets in there though? Like if like a modded, I don't know, a modded screenshot of something ends up in there.
Yeah, that would be kind of.
I don't know. I don't deny it, knowing stuff like this
Yeah.
before, but anyway, very interesting. Thank you. I learned a little bit more about that actually.
You're welcome.
Thanks, King. Moving on up in the world, though. Ichiban Kuji, let's go! Ichiban Kuji collaboration campaign. Basically, this was a actually pretty cool thing. So to commemorate the collaboration between Ichiban Kuji and Dokkan Battle, which I feel like I've explained this a million times by now, but TLDR, Ichiban Kuji is a Japanese lottery where you can get prizes. You go into your local convenience store, 7-Eleven or whatever it may be in Japan, because obviously there's others, but there's 7-Elevens in Japan. You pay like $3 or something like that. You get the chance to win some figures or some smaller prizes. They're always themed to different animes. Sometimes they're themed to other things as well. But they occasionally do have Dokkan ones. For the 6th anniversary, I'm sure you guys have seen the figures of LR Godku, the transforming Rage Trunks, LR Gohan, Zamasu Goku, and Bpan. And in honor of this collaboration, there were actually some really cool missions that are still currently available, by the way, in-game. So basically, the collaboration between Ichiban Kuji and Dokkan Battle. So all the units that we just listed, right? Let's see, became the campaign and earn mission rewards and event development. Let's see here. So basically, you get rewards for a bunch of different things. I believe we have these actual rewards in English. Do we not? Because they would be part of the... Yeah, they would be part of the Part 2 missions, I think.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, or the Part 1 missions, maybe. Yeah, Ichiban Kuji lottery missions. Here we go. So it's all the units that we just listed, and then also UI Goku technically counts because obviously he was the special prize figure. Clear Ichiban Kuji lottery collaboration Pan's secret adventure with one of these units as your leader. One time. Actually... I just realized maybe I should be setting Goku as my leader for that thing, because I think I've been running it with him as a friend. Does the friend count?
For what exactly again?
For the missions, because the idea behind these missions is that you are running one of these characters from the Kuji collab as your leader when you're running the B-Pen event.
Oh, I don't think so then.
Huh. Interesting. Well, I mean, not like it matters too much, because funny enough, all the rewards for running them as your leader up to 20 times is just the Pan GT Honey medals that you use to awaken her, which I will say is obviously really, really good if you don't have her awakened yet and are a new player. This is a very easy way to get her awakened really quickly because, unfortunately, she is a little bit hard to awaken. But... Excuse me, if you do clear it a certain number of times, you basically get different copies of the unit, and you get some different awakening medals. So, as well, it also looks like if you clear the Zero Mortals plan stage with these characters, you get Zamasu awakening medals, which, again, is literally just for, the Zamasu Goku. So, it's kind of weird, I will say. Like, it's very odd because these missions almost like don't apply to old players at all. Like, there's literally no reason for us to complete these basically if you have these units. Honestly, it just seems like a easier way for newer players to be able to come in and get some of these LRs and get them awakened really easily, which I will say is really cool for Dokkan to do, because obviously it's always exciting having the big shiny LR on your team. And, of course, with the Ichiban Kuji collab, also brought back the daily B-Pan stage, which is actually really cool. This event only comes back every so often. It is 12 stamina, and you do get 50k XP, which is nice. And it is also just something nice to run every single day. You do also get, on the stage, it's like gold capsules guaranteed, so that's also pretty cool. A little bit of Zenny here and there as well. Definitely good to be running that every day, though. Obviously, that doesn't come around too often, so always nice to have that around for a celebration. Moving on, we did have some rewards as well for the Ribrianne like team mission rewards that also went out. This was interesting. So apparently there is a comeback login bonus switch time bug. I think this was actually talked about a little bit. I remember seeing some people discussing this. Did you hear about this, Kayvon?
I have no idea, I'll be honest with you.
So let's see here. For users who started receiving the comeback login bonus after 4, keep in mind this is JST 4, I believe that would be PM, on 2/9, Tuesday, which would be February 9th. It is set to switch at 4 every day. If you are starting to receive the comeback login bonus between the 1st of January, the 30th, or sorry, the 1st of January, sorry, January 30th, rather, which is a Saturday, at the same time, and then February 9th at 3:59, please note that the switching time remains at 15. In addition, we will inform you later about compensation for those who've been interrupted. Bug details: the switching time of comeback login bonus is set to 15 instead of 4. That was previously announced. Due to the above problems, some users may not be able to receive the comeback login bonus depending on the login time. The bug will be fixed at a later date. We also inform you on compensation. So basically, they kind of goofed with the comeback bonus, but they fixed it up, so no biggie. We did get some new stages for Infinite Dragon Ball History, which was cool. We got the Versus Universe 7 stage, very, very fun stage. Definitely have to try and run through that with Universe 11 if I can manage to pick up a copy of LR Jiren for sure. We did also get the release of the next 4 God of Destruction stages, stages 5 through 8. This, of course, being, oh boy, let me think of them off the top of my head. It would be Beers, Champa, Liquor, and, who's the last guy? Let me look it up. It is, the, like, shrunken head looking guy. His name is Ark. It's or I guess it's Arak, because it's Arak. He looks like
I don't know what that would be based off of, actually. Huh.
Yeah, I don't know, because they're all based off of different types of, like, alcohol. Right? Liquor, Beerus, Champa, you know. Well, I guess not all of them. I mean, I guess Kitela is like... Oh, no, that would be... Yeah, I don't know, bro. Listen, I'm not an expert.
It's... What is it called?
Tequila?
This is good about me now. Yes.
I thought that was a type of cheese that it was based off. Wait, what is Moscow based off of? Or Iwane? Or Hellas?
Isn't there a beer named Moscow? I don't know.
I don't know, bro. I don't drink.
Can you tell we don't drink?
We're literally, bro, if it wasn't obvious before. Oh, man. But anyway, so yeah, so that got updated, which is cool. By the way, does basically confirm that we are going to be getting some kind of part 3, because, of course, they're going to have to release the last 4 of these. If they do some more stuff for part 3, I'm honestly going to be more than satisfied with this celebration. They've already done some super crazy stuff with this one. So I really hope, though, that it's like a substantial, you know, like part 3, or if they are just planning on releasing these stages, then don't call it part 3. Just be like, hey, stage update, and then it's a nice little addition.
That would be nice.
Yeah, I'm hoping they do a part 3 though, and then add like another story event or something like that. I don't know. I don't know, bro. We'll have to see. There's definitely more to come for the anniversary though. Speaking of which, we did also have the teaser for both of the awakenings for the different Universe 7 and the Roshi event. Obviously, Roshi now Dokkan awakens into an LR, and we also have the free-to-play Goku who turned around. Let's go! Yeah, baby! It is the UI Goku from the original promo art of UI Goku, where he's looking away, or he's like kind of about to turn around, and then it goes into Goku walking forward. This is, of course, when like Toppo and Dispo are attacking him, and he's just like, I don't care. Low-key best art in the game. You could fight me on that one, but it's fire, bro. Anyway, we also got awakenings for the Krillin and 18 card, as well as the Tien and Master Roshi. Unfortunately, Tien and Master Roshi did not have their essay updated, and Krillin and 18 did. To be fair, they didn't really need it as much, but Shaft.
Dang, bro.
Listen, am I spitting or am I spitting, bro?
Fair. You got me there.
By the way, with the Infinite Dragon Ball history, if you were curious, the stages are as follows: Krillin, Tien, Master Roshi, Piccolo, 18, Ultimate Gohan, Blue Evo Vegeta, MVP 17, and then the final moment of Goku and Frieza. Interestingly enough, I guess there are still a fair amount of stages. It's kind of like half and half that are like 8, and half of them are 7, and a couple of them are 6.
Mm-hmm.
Always good to get these longer ones. I wonder when they're going to do one that's 10 characters.
Fair.
That'll be interesting to see. I don't really know who they would do for that. Like, I don't know what particular grouping of characters that they would be able to...
I'm not sure, honestly.
Yeah, I really don't know. Only time will tell. Let us know in the comments if you have any ideas on that. Regardless, though, we did get a little bit of an update. Kind of, not really, but we got more Part 2 missions, and those rainbow tickets were teased even more, which we will actually get to what those do in a minute here. We did have the whole Part 2 celebration go live. We talked about the most of it already, obviously the updates to the story events, but some big news was that the Int UI Goku, yeah, that's right, the category lead one, I'm sure you all know this by this point, that man got an... Wait, what?
Yeah, what about him?
He got an easy A, bro.
Impossible. You're lying.
Yeah, absolutely insane that this man ended up getting an easy A. Obviously, the first category lead to get one. Not only did he kind of need it, I didn't really expect it this soon, and he's now crazy busted. Low-key better than the LR. It kind of matters on the situation, to be honest. But he's definitely better than the LR. It doesn't matter if they're rainbow, bro. He's goated. That's the end of the line. Bro, that typing scared me. I was like, bro, I could already hear people typing their hate towards that comment. That's crazy. No. Anyway, we did also have the rally for Annie Laza go up. I was kind of sad because unfortunately this was really not as cool as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that's fair.
This was like a co-op campaign is what they called it, and you know me, whenever I hear co-op and Dokkan, I'm like but unfortunately it was literally just like cooperative missions basically, so yeah, kind of unfortunate, but still cool. Obviously, we're getting extra mission rewards. Of course, the top banner was teased, which we'll talk about in 2 seconds again. We did also have stone sales reset. This was kind of interesting, actually, because it was, let me think about this. I think it was 9 originally. It might have been 9 or 8, I don't remember, of the like 35, 37 stone pack for 90 stones. And then it was 3 of the 30 stone packs for around $10. And then we had the 3 like $45 100 stone packs that each came with a purple stone, right? What's interesting for the top banner is that they reset all of the sales except for the $1 one, because that one is just, you can buy that one every single day and that's that. They also left the purple stones, so they reset the 30 stone one and the 90 stone one. So if you didn't buy all of those, they're completely reset and you can't get the old ones now. You can obviously buy the new ones, of course, but the purple stone is still there. So if you didn't buy that the first time, you can still buy it, but if you already bought it, it's not going to reset. I thought that was interesting. I don't know why they decided to go that route. I mean, I guess it would be a little bit OP to just get like free LRs willy-nilly like that, but I don't know, man. I think it would have been fine. Regardless, though, moving on, we of course have the Elder Kai banner reset, and very interestingly enough, we still have the 6th anniversary movie, but they did not actually add a part 2 movie this time, which I don't know. I just thought that was kind of interesting, considering last year they had the whole part 2 movie, and that was what told us about the LR Broly, right? Because we had the part 1 movie, which was like the teaser for Gogeta and Vegito. The part 3 one, which was like the 2 wallpapers, I think was what was in there. Or not part 3, but I guess just like part 2, more like it. And then For part 2, though, it was a very weird combination, I will admit. It was Zamasu Goku, and then the Broly trio was who was featured in the part 2 movie. Kind of weird that they didn't just like do Rose. I guess they wanted to like keep them hidden. I don't know. Nonetheless, though, they did not do a part 2 movie for this year, which was kind of unfortunate. I know it's not really like a big deal because it doesn't really affect anything, but it's still just kind of fun to have. You know, it's always fun to see like the promo videos that Dokkan decides to whip up. I don't know, at least I think so. Regardless, though,
I agree.
Yes, thank you, good sir. I appreciate it.
The,
Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, though, we did get the top banner drop tonight, or I guess technically yesterday when you're watching this video. Crazy. Absolutely insane that they still dropped to Android $17. You're going to hear me say that in the discussion video, or in the discussion section of this podcast, by the way, a bunch, because it's wild.
don't spoil it.
You're right. I'm sorry. But no, super cool that they still went out of their way and did that. This banner is obviously terrible, unfortunately, but that is kind of what you come to expect from LR banners. I mean, bro, it's true. They have, look at this, bro. AGL Golden Frieza, Int Golden Frieza, Tech Angel Frieza, STR Final Form Frieza, Fizz GT Frieza, Future Android 17 from the Fizz, yeah. 17, that is STR, still evil, but not future. And then we have MVP 17, Blue Goku, and Blue Goku Tech and AGL. Stinky.
I don't know, Bro. Those are goated units.
I mean, to be fair, I guess some of them are actually pretty good. And, like, Blue Goku is obviously amazing.
To be fair.
Yeah, a lot of them do have easy A's. But regardless, though, like, in terms of value, it's pretty bad.
I feel you.
Of course, though, it is very hyped to see that all of the LRs that have been released so far are on this banner. Makes sense, obviously, because why would they not be? But it's still pretty cool to see nonetheless. And actually, it was also nice to see that everything up until You Are Number 1 Vegeta has also been added to the yellow coin shop with this banner, which is really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, so I believe now the only units that excludes actually would be Turles and Gohan, and everybody else is now on the coins. Yeah, so also Jiren was added with this too, if that kind of wasn't evident. But which is crazy though, because obviously people are going to be like goo goo gaga because everybody loves Jiren, it seems. Nonetheless, though, I believe that is everything. At least that's everything that I have for JP News. Is there anything else that you can think of?
Off the top of my head?
No, I believe that should be everything. Oh, wait, we're so dumb, bro. How did we forget about the tickets?
Oh, that would be a good thing to talk about. You're right.
Yeah, so this was actually pretty insane. So here, let me take a sip for this.
A big sip.
Stay hydrated, kids. It was actually pretty crazy. All of those rainbow tickets that we have been getting throughout the celebration that they literally like didn't tell us what they were for. Absolutely insane. They allowed you to use these on the new top LR banner. You could use 1 for a single or 5 for a multi. How many did you have, or how many do you have? Have you checked or no?
I had 26.
Okay, I had 31. I think that there's only like a set number that you can get because they're all from missions and login bonus. So, or are they? I don't remember if they're in login bonus, but I know they're definitely from missions. Regardless,
some of them are login bonus, I believe.
Yeah. Super cool. But the really awesome thing about this as well, though, is that not only could you use these tickets on this top LR banner, tongue twister, but you could also use these tickets on the 6th anniversary MUI and Blue Evo Vegeta banner, which is so cool, dude. I mean, like, honestly, very, very nice, because the thing about this is that, obviously, it's super cool that you can use them on the top banner, but for the people who maybe didn't end up pulling either of the Dokkan Fest LRs, obviously this is like one final opportunity for you to be able to do so. which is super, super cool. And obviously for free-to-play players, it's well worth it to just spend those tickets on the Dokkan Fest banners. Obviously for me whale, me like hello, me shiny. Of course, I spent them all on this banner, which is also definitely not a bad decision. But of course, most of the featured units on the anniversary banners are Dokkan Fest, while most of the featured units on this banner are stinky. But obviously, you can still get some good units unfeatured. And considering there's so many LRs in the general pool now, you obviously have a higher chance to be able to cop one. But nonetheless, though, really cool that they did this. I definitely think that this makes this LR like this tier list, or oh my gosh, I can't speak, this anniversary. Thank you, Brain. Go up the tier list a little bit for sure.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
100%. I will say, you know, it is the one thing that is really unfortunate about these tickets, and I know this is like so kind of like dumb, but at the same time, and this isn't a complaint at all, it's just kind of an unfortunate circumstance. If they ever try and do something like this again, we'll know exactly what they're doing this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they've obviously never done something like this before. But if they do this for another celebration or another anniversary, immediately we're going to be like, all right, well, I'm picking up what you're putting down there, Bandai. So that is literally the one thing that stinks about these tickets, which isn't even obviously a bad thing. It's just like, well, dang, I guess it can't be a surprise anymore. Obviously, it'll still be exciting that,
Yeah.
what do you call it? It'll still be exciting that, of course, we're going to be able to, you know, use the tickets on those banners. But yeah, so very cool though. I don't know how they're going to top this though. I really don't know how they're going to top this.
I have no idea.
Maybe I don't know, bro. Maybe they make like each ticket worth 2 characters or something next year. I don't know.
Bruh.
And this isn't even considering the fact that we still haven't gotten all the tickets for the 66 ticket summon either.
True.
Which is honestly insane to think about. That we still haven't even gotten to that yet, and we've literally gotten free LR summons. I don't know. It's pretty ridiculous, I do have to say. I think that is everything now, though. Go ahead.
All right. Well, you want some speedrun global news?
Ayo. About to get your own PB.
All right. Explosive Chain Battle Rewards. Mosaic campaign we already talked about. New stage added to Infinite Dragon Ball History. They added the Valentine's Day special missions where you can get a copy of STR Pan, STR Chi-Chi, and Tech Bola. And a bunch of awakening items. Or not awakening items, support items. There we go. Notice of Chinese New Year's being they won't be around, so your complaints will have to wait. Infinite Dragon Ball History went live. Fight Against Despair story event, the EZA for Int Trunks from that story event. Magical Girl Fighters EZA, Revenge category summon. Time Travelers category summon. The Magical Girls event went live. Dragon Ball Super Future Trunks Saga and the Wrath of the Dragon. How's the score?
Wow. That was pretty good. I think the only like thing to like make a big highlight of there probably is so Turles comes out in what will that be, like 1 day on global? Here, let me actually check the countdown. But besides that though, let's see upcoming cards. Yes, Turles releases he'll be out today when this podcast goes up.
Yeah.
I will say the only other thing that I feel like is worth noting is that Mass Saiyan's EZA did drop on global, and all the awakenings for Mira, Toa, and Demigra.
Was that not in the news? Did I miss it?
Well, I mean, because you mentioned the Time Travelers banner, which was connected to that.
Mass Saiyan's EZA here though.
Really? Maybe DBZ Space. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they didn't have it. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for catching that. Though.
Nah, you're good. Regardless, though, that is now literally everything on global. So.
Yep. Pretty much.
All right. Thank you guys for checking out the new section. Always appreciate it. Definitely some very interesting stuff, I gotta say, that they've been doing this time around with the 6th anniversary. I'm honestly pretty excited about those tickets. I'm not gonna lie. That is certainly a highlight of this anniversary for me. That'll definitely be something that sticks in the old brain.
Yeah.
Anyway, though, let's go ahead and talk about these abandoned mechanics, bro. Thrown aside.
But you know what isn't being abandoned? Watching the ad, or else you will get the squish, the Zeno squish. Watch the ad.
I thought you were gonna say you'll be abandoned.
Ow! I'm not that mean, man. Stay tuned.
And we are back.
Hope y'all watch that, or else you're gonna get Zenoed by me. Squish.
Bro, I can't believe you just deleted half of the YouTube audience. That's crazy.
Am I Zeno or Thanos? I'm not going for anymore. I mean, they're both purple. They're the same.
True. Although one I would much rather hug. Thanos, bro. That man could bear hug like a king.
Yeah, that's more.
Anyway. Thank you, funny purple Barney. Today, we have a pretty good discussion for you. One that I am actually very keen on discussing here today. Well, I mean, I hope you're at the title by now. We are discussing why does Dokkan abandon or underutilize new card mechanics. Now, we will clarify what we mean by this. I was going to say in a second, but I guess it's happening right now.
I mean, it has been a second.
Huh. You're right. That's crazy, bro.
1 second has passed.
Anyhow, so I'm sure that most of you probably understand what we're getting at already. But basically, we are talking about different mechanics that Dokkan adds to new cards, and then they seem to really just never touch them again. Some prime examples of this, of course, are exchange units and unit super attacks. Now, both of these mechanics have had resurgences like once in a blue moon, but they are very, very underutilized. I am actually very happy, I will say, this is a little bit of side tangent, I guess, but the active skills actually kind of remained as a standard of something that we get for a bunch of new units. I'm glad that just didn't get abandoned.
I do want to bring that up too.
Yeah, I think that is a little bit different though, only because obviously voiced super attacks are like a super big thing for Dokkan, so I kind of can't blame them for doing that, and obviously that makes their game a lot more appealing by having voiced attacks and stuff like that, and especially making that a special thing. Am I forgetting anything besides units and exchange? Because obviously we active skills are kind of now covered. Am I missing anything?
If we're talking strictly mechanics, the only other one is really Revival, but that's not like...
Yeah, that one... Good thing you actually brought that up, because that was something else I wanted to talk about before we get actually into the meat and potatoes. Obviously, that one could have the potential to reach the status of the topics that we're going to talk about today. Obviously, since the Revival mechanic has only been introduced with literally 2, now 3 characters, 2 summonables, 1 free-to-play unit. We will have to see if they end up, kind of throwing that to the side. Picture Andy on the screen throwing Buzz and Woody down. I don't want to play with you anymore. That's a Kotsky. But I do think that the mechanic bodes well, considering that Roshi also has the mechanic. So that is like, I don't know. I think that that's a good sign of things to come. Very interesting as well that they gave the new mechanic to the Dokkan Fest ones this year and not the top banner like they have in the past. Kind of interesting how they did that this time around. But regardless, though. Let's go ahead and discuss our main topic here, which is, of course, unit super attacks and exchange mechanics. Now, let's cover a little bit of a brief history about this, shall we? Kevon, what were the first units to have both of those mechanics?
Do have unit super and exchange.
It doesn't have to be one and the same, but yes.
So first exchange, I believe, was technically the S tier of Vegeta that goes
Mm-hmm.
into Trunks,
Right.
and then followed by the Goku and Gohan.
Mm-hmm.
And for unit super attack is the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I believe.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, the free to play one. That's right. I
Yeah.
forgot about him. Interesting. And then what about summonables for each of them? What was the first one?
Summonables, it was the LR Android Trio and Super Saiyan 2 Angel Vegeta, I believe, for unit super attack.
Yeah, that sounds correct. So that is kind of crazy to think about that mechanic. What celebration was that when when the exchange mechanic was introduced with the Goku and Vegeta? Remind me. That was that would be 250
It was
mil, right?
300 mil.
Or 300 mil. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
No, 300.
Because that would be like Cell Saga themed. You're right. So,
Yeah.
and then the unit super attack was introduced with Super Vegito and Buhan, right? That being
Yes, with the free card and
right.
then the Part 2 LR.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that is quite interesting because since then, we had the only other exchange mechanic card that we've had. Am I forgetting anybody besides Vegeta and Nappa, or is that really the only one?
For exchange?
Yeah.
Let me look that up.
Yeah, I believe that is the only one. But I can tell you with certainty that in terms of unit super attack, obviously the free-to-play Goku got it, and then of course the Vegeta got it
Boo
as
and
well.
Hercule.
Ah, that's right, the free-to-play one, yeah.
And the Tech Boo and Boo.
Oh yeah, that is technically an exchange, isn't it? I always usually think of that one as a transforming unit. But you are right, that is an exchange mechanic.
Want to bring up.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the reason why we don't see too many exchange units is because the thing with the only difference between exchange units and active skills are the fact that exchange units change you into a completely different character usually, while active skills are either an attack or just a standard transformation.
Right.
So if Dokkan wants to like push out active skills, you can't really have an active skill with an exchange unless you make the exchange part of their passive.
Right.
Which also means it won't be voiced, which they probably might not want to do with certain cards.
No, that's fair. We are actually forgetting, excuse me, oh my gosh, my voice failed me. One, which is the free-to-play Great Saiyaman 1 and 2.
Yeah, I was going to mention them. Yeah. Right here.
So,
and then I think unit super attacks are really only the three, which is Goku, Pikkon, and Angel Vegeta.
Yeah, so that is also something kind of interesting to think about, is that the only card that we have had since the release of the unit super attack, because that was all like in one celebration, right? Was Pikkon. And low key, that was just so that they could put Gogeta in the card and then get people to summon. Listen, bro.
You also do have to keep in mind, with the units they released between that celebration and 6th year, for example, not many units could really have a unit super.
That is true.
That they released.
To be fair, literally all of the unit super attacks thus far, besides Super Saiyan 3 Goku, have been what ifs, have they not?
That is true, unless, like, because, let's see, what did we have before 6th year compared to when 250 mil came out?
In terms of what?
In terms of, like, Dokkan Fest and just units in general.
How many?
Like, what Dokkan Fest exactly do we get?
Oh, before, here, we can look that up on the timeline here. JP timeline. Regardless, though, I do think that it is, what unit were you saying?
Just what units do we get after 350 mil?
350
on JP compared to leading up to the anniversary is what I mean.
I see. Leading up to 6 year. Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down here. I got you, broski. I see. So that would be let's see, after Saiyan Day, yeah. And then, or am I tripping here?
It should be
Yes. Nah, it
after
would
the
be
download
here.
celebration. So yeah,
Yes. So
yeah.
after
So
the
I've done
download
that.
celebration, it was Frieza, the transforming one. Are we counting LRs or no?
We'll count them, sure.
Okay, so then
So
Turles is also on the
Turles
list.
probably couldn't have a unit super, considering he is a unit super in a way.
That's yeah, I guess so because it's Turles Squad. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta also definitely not.
Maybe if you want to reach, maybe one with Nova, but even then, that definitely is a reach.
You know what I do think actually could be a cool like literally a free unit super attack that I'm sure that at some point they're gonna have to do is literally just Goku and Vegeta into Gogeta. But I guess that's more of a transformation.
See,
I don't know.
that's the thing, though. That's what I mean. It's like exchanges are hard to like justify over just regular transformations.
Gotcha. No, that's fair. I'm
Yeah.
picking up what you're putting down. Dragon Ball Heroes units, probably none of them, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Bojack, honestly, the only one that I could have seen with Bojack, though they might just like make an unfeatured Bojack for this, would be when he pushes Zangya. I think maybe it could exchange into Zangya or something. Or
I mean, I think that would be more fitting for maybe like a sort of active skill, funny enough, which, I mean,
or
he already has an active skill.
revival, because if
No.
Bojack's about to go down, then he pushes Zangya in front of the attack.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. LR Gohan, I mean, unless you count Goku's one punch into Gohan's attack, probably not available there. And then we have Janemba and Pikkon. Janemba definitely not, and obviously Pikkon, well, he has one.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess you are right.
basically all we had. Yeah.
Yeah, in terms of
I think for
since then.
Unit Super, I feel it's a bit too early to judge it a little bit.
That is
I mean,
fair.
I say too early, but it's been like 6 months.
I know this game's timeline is very weird.
Yeah.
No, I definitely agree with you on that front.
Exchanges are definitely a weird one because like exchanges just don't work with regular active skills a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like ever since fourth year they saw active skills sold well, people liked it, so they probably always want to have units with active skills if they can.
Right.
And that also means like it's harder for them to get an exchange because one, unless you're Vegeta and Nappa, the exchange won't be voiced.
Right.
Because keep in mind, their exchange is actually part of their passive, I remembered. So that's the only voiced thing that isn't an active, technically.
Right. Very weird that it's that moment, but it is a good moment. So.
I know, right? Yeah. So besides that, like, unless they start doing more stuff like Vegeta and Nappa, but even then, it's like, you also gotta think of what units could they do. There are a lot of options, but it's also like, when to probably put that unit out, and like, how it fits into like their schedule.
Right, you'd have to brainstorm a little bit in terms of like what you think would be an appropriate moment for something like that. But you're right. I also didn't really think of it in the way of like a lot of the things that I feel like are good ideas for unit supers and stuff like that could just be regular transformations.
Yeah, that's the thing. And it's like, it's funny too, because with the revival mechanic, a lot of people also say, like, what if there's like a Goku and Vegeta, and when you get KO'd, under a certain condition, they fuse into Gogeta, for example?
Oh.
But is that not just another transformation at the end of the day, technically?
Yeah, with a different
fresh
name.
coat of paint?
Yeah, basically, unfortunately. I feel like it is important to make them unique. You are definitely right there. I mean, I think that like the Vegeta and Trunks one and then the Goku and Gohan one were just like perfect for that.
Perfect moments. Honestly, I do like how they did exchange Boo, because like that's a moment you wouldn't necessarily think would work as an exchange.
Yeah.
But it does kind of work when you think about how Boo is fighting Evil Boo / Super Saiyan 3 Goku with the SAS. Then Evil Boo comes out.
Right.
And then it definitely works.
Yeah. And then obviously the androids definitely work because that's of course they basically 16 tags in essentially when you you care to repeat that?
5% Goku parameters acceptable.
But yeah, so I think that is definitely a big part of it. That obviously it's hard to find specific moments that would work and not just be normal transformations. I think it also might be, maybe this is just would this be cynical? I don't know. Side thinking that like maybe they just feel like they're more comfortable with active skills because they know that they'll sell.
It could also just be it's like easier to like make an active skill because like all it is usually is a transformation or their strongest attack.
Or like a stat boost, yeah.
Yeah. Like with an exchange, it's like you have to have a specific moment that would make sense.
True.
Usually. And because with an active, it's just like you said, it's like a power boost. You can do the scene that makes like a power boost or just a big attack or transformation. With an unless the thing is like, if they started doing more what if type of exchanges, like more on the wild side of like their creativity, they could definitely make exchanges work very well. It's just that with limiting themselves to like actual stuff in the series, it does get a bit harder.
Right. No, I definitely agree with you there. I know another reason why we wanted to talk about this topic as well, just before it kind of gets away from us, is that I know that both of us found it really interesting that they actually decided to not give any of the new LRs any of these mechanics. Obviously, both of them have what do you call it? Active skills, of course, but none of them have a actual unit super attack or a exchange mechanic. And I know a lot of people were thinking that like that would be perfect for a new version of the, so this is the trust of Universe 7 scene with Goku and Frieza, right? Because obviously it would exchange into like 17 or vice versa or whatever it had be, and then they could update the the attack, or it's a 17 card and then the unit exchange is into Goku and Frieza, which would make perfect sense. I think that would probably make more sense than an actual like exchange unit in this case.
Or if anything, like the Goku and the 17 and Frieza could have easily had a Goku unit super attack.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And then that could have been the moment.
Yeah, and I think that was interesting as well with this specific anniversary as well, that they decided not to tackle that super attack again. I mean, I'm sure that they probably didn't want to power creep Goku and Frieza because that's just like such a fun LR, and they know that that's a big fan favorite.
Nothing. They could have done it without power creeping the LR.
Right, by giving it a 17. Yeah. So I don't know. I do think that that's interesting because that definitely seemed like the perfect opportunity to chuck one of these mechanics into one of these LRs. I still can't believe we got both 217 LRs, but that's a different topic for a different video. Regardless, though, I do think too, almost like I don't know, maybe this is just me. But I almost feel like that the Golden Frieza and Android 17 card that we got could have been like an exchange. Like their active skill almost feels like an exchange mechanic to me a little bit.
I feel honestly they would have been better with just the unit super attack instead of the exchange.
Yeah. No, I think you're right.
I do see what you mean though.
Yeah. Or like, no. You're definitely right. It seems more like, it would be like Golden Frieza and then maybe a 17 on rotation or vice versa. So I don't know. It is very interesting. I do wonder what ifs they will decide to do in the future if they do continue to go down that route for unit super attacks, because I feel like at that point the possibilities are endless, are they not?
Sure.
Like,
it all depends on what moment you want to tackle.
Right. They could literally basically do anything. I mean, even more what if super attacks in general would be pretty cool. But if the unit super attacks are the way to do it, then that's definitely definitely a really cool way to do it. I mean, they could even have like it'd be an interesting what if like unit super attack. I don't know how it would work. But like one where you know how when they go inside Boo, Vegito defuses? If they had one where he like stays fused and then he rips out Boo from the inside of him. That could be interesting. I don't know how they would incorporate that. That almost feels more like a debuff of kind of thing than an actual attack. But I don't know. Also could be interesting for a what if type of meme. But regardless though, I think that the core reason behind this is definitely like it's hard to find actual moments that would fit well with the specific the specifics of how these mechanics work, right?
Yeah.
It is curious to me though that they don't utilize them more, because you would think that like they would make even more like crazy units, right? Like the fact that we have Pycon, who has not only, his normal super attack, he has an active skill, and he has unit super attack, is like nuts. Like, could you imagine? I don't know what card would fit these qualifications, but if they just jam-packed an LR, obviously you have 12 key, 18 key, revival skill, unit super attack, active skill, and an exchange mechanic. That would be like just, oh my gosh, that would be ridiculous for a card. That should be like the, the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta meme where he's like, his passive skills like wins the game or whatever it is.
Yeah,
I forget like the actual like name of the card, but regardless though,
I mean, we can't probably say it on the podcast either way.
Yeah, thanks Susan. Regardless though, that would be pretty crazy, but I am also almost surprised that they haven't done more of that, because I feel like despite the fact that PyCon probably didn't do as well, which also is kind of just an unfortunate circumstance of him literally coming right before the anniversary.
Yeah.
I am really surprised that they haven't just like tried to cram more mechanics into a specific unit. I do wonder if
they don't want to make the unit too busted. If anything,
true,
they have too much.
It could also be interesting to see if they do like a combined revival / exchange mechanic. Because like, I don't know, there's probably some moments in Dragon Ball, I really can't think of any off the top of my head, where like a character gets defeated and then another character takes over in the fight. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess you could.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say you could kind of consider the 17 and 16 moment that, but 17's obviously not like gone. He's just kind of like, oof. What were you going to
say? The thing is with exchanges or something like that, is that would honestly, like, it would be cool having a revival tied to an exchange. But at the same time, you could also think of it as a way of like, because usually exchanges like that require you to be below a certain health threshold.
Right.
And it's like, one, it would technically make that harder to get if you need to fulfill the revival conditions to switch the unit, basically.
Right.
It also would be kind of redundant in a way, because then it could have just been a regular exchange unit with just a HP threshold instead of a revival mechanic.
I think what we're learning from this discussion is that it's hard to implement these mechanics and not have it overlap with another mechanic.
Exactly. Because that's the thing, honestly. I hope they keep the revival mechanic simply just get out of using a stone free card.
I never really thought about that before, but I guess you're right. That is kind of what it is.
Because you're not locking anything behind you're not locking anything behind like a kind of ridiculous condition. Because imagine like if Incel had a revival mechanic. Technically makes sense when you think about it.
Yeah, because he goes down. Yeah, you're right.
But so technically, if anything, if we had Incel today, he could have been a revival. But he's a transformation, and at the same time, it still plays out relatively the same.
Hmm.
Know what I mean?
No, you're definitely right. I mean, think about it like this. This on the track of Cell. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting too wild here, but Fizz Cell could have been an exchange from Perfect Cell into the Cell Juniors.
That would have been cool. I hope we get that as a card. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
I want
that
that.
would be cool. I don't know how they would implement though when they get defeated, but maybe they just don't do that.
They probably have it be like they don't get defeated, and just like it's like I can see them just being the Cell Junior. Like basically, it's like a Cell Junior card, except it starts at Cell, and you can run it with the Fizz Cell
There you go.
and the Cell Junior.
Couldn't they do that as like a revival exchange? Because they do Cell exchanges into the Cell Juniors, and then you have an animation where, like, you know when the Gohan first goes Super Saiyan 2 and they're all like, oh, you know, and he's like literally like he's holding Krillin's shirt or whatever, you know, and then he just gets like destroyed. And then that's the revival, you know, all the Cell Juniors go down and then it goes back to Cell.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a good example of a card that I feel like would work.
Real.
Yeah.
Actually, honestly, that would be a very good idea, because the thing is also that wouldn't technically change the card, because all it would do is basically revert you back to Cell.
Right.
So it's kind of like the Fizz Android trio, except instead of on a timer, if you like lose and you get the revival, you just go back into Cell. That would be actually kind of cool. Kind of like that. That's a good idea. That's a good use of that.
Thank you. I'd like to imagine the final form will be Cell parentheses mildly annoyed.
Cell parentheses my children.
My baby boy, except for Cell instead of Vegeta.
Oh, that sounds cursed in my head.
Oh, definitely, bro. With the music in the background too.
Yep.
Everyone knows. No, we're not going to do that.
No. Not the podcast.
Anyhow, though, I guess that basically covers it, right? Do
you have anything to really say more? I feel like this discussion went by real quick.
Yeah, I mean, besides like the fact that, like we said, it's hard to, you know, figure out what to place in that position. I guess it could be a little bit of like them not really feeling comfortable adding it to too many cards. I will say the unfortunate thing about that, and the only reason why I think that might be the case, just like with a little bit of evidence to back it up, is that, well, okay, I guess I can't say PyCon did too bad because it hit top grossing, but, unfortunately, the two summonable, like, cards that were a little bit more, like, not as hype characters, I guess, because I think Vegeta did just fine, because people really like that unit, is probably, you know, PyCon, which, again, he did hit top grossing, but I don't think we got it twice for him, and Vegeta and Nappa, right, is the other exchange mechanic, and they didn't hit top, did they?
I mean, you also gotta remember they're a general LR, so it's more like under the radar kind of thing. Like most general LRs, I feel, don't get top grossing.
But some have. Did
Jiren.
Turles or no?
Turles, I don't think so. I remember Jiren did, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, at least on global. I don't know about JP, actually.
I think so. I mean, I guess that would make sense considering Jiren is disgusting, but yeah, no, I think that's probably the bottom line if I had to take a gander. So
I can agree with that.
No, I think that's pretty much everything that I had. I like that we also just kind of ended up like throwing in a couple of ideas for exchange units or whatever.
Akatsuki, reach out to us. You can take our idea. It's fine.
I want 10% royalty. No, I'm just kidding.
I want a free card in my box.
Yeah, I want one copy of the card that we made, please, in the box when it releases. Exactly. Thank you. So let's hope that they end up doing more of that, though. I do think that the revival mechanic is a good indication that they might add more of these mechanics to various units, because obviously since they added it to Roshi after adding it to Dokkan Fest, I don't know, personally I just feel like that's definitely a good step in the right direction. I love to see more free-to-play cards get this kind of stuff as well. And I mean, the other thing is, like, from a business perspective as well, if they give more free-to-play cards these mechanics, then people will be more excited to summon for characters who have these mechanics. Don't you think?
That is true.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
At least that's, I don't know, that's the mindset that I would have.
More free cards that are good, hey, why not?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, I think that is everything that we had for today's ep. Thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, please let us know your thoughts on today's discussion in the comments section below, as always, and feel free to chuck in there some ideas, of course, for different exchanges or mechanics that you may have and all that good stuff. If you have anything that you think that... Oh my gosh, I ran out of water in my mouth. If you have anything that you think... it's also maybe a reason that applies. There we go. That's what I was looking for. To the reason why that they don't do these mechanics as much anymore. Again, please let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear what you think. Yeah. So yeah, good stuff there. I don't know. I had an idea for next week and it fell out of my head. I was gonna tease it, but oh well.
We'll leave it in the description if you remember. It's fine.
You're a smart man.
Big man.
Anyway, we're gonna hop on out of here. Thank you all so much for watching. From all of us here at the Extreme Z Podcast, stay safe out there, and we will see you in the next one.
Take care, everybody.